Take 3. Take 2 did not go according to plan, and take 1, well, we're not going to talk about take 1. So, let's just get this over with. This episode, we're going to be knocking out a bunch of episodes these next few days, so expect the content output to be pretty high, which is a good thing, because this channel's been just about dead for the last 3 years, so, content is always good. So, you read the title, and you saw the thumbnail. This week's episode, well, not this week's, there's going to be like 5 this week. It's an exaggeration, but you get the point. Halo Reach. Logo's going to pop up in 3, 2, 1.5. There it is. Alright. So, now we've got gameplay going in the background. I really need to start actually using the Xbox flipping feature instead of trying to live stream the entire game on Twitch, because that didn't quite work. Stupid video saver won't download Twitch videos for some reason. But in all seriousness, Halo Reach, that was fucking amazing. And I'm gonna make it brief, because I don't want to be here right now doing this for a third time. So, yeah, the story showcases the fall of Reach in 2552. So, it basically literally takes place minutes before Combat Evolved, and is basically the Halo equivalent to what is probably my favorite movie ever, Rogue One. So it's already got that going for it. So we focus on a team of Spartans called Noble Team. So we've got Carter, Kat, George, Jun, Emil, and the player character Noble 6. So we focus on them during the desperate attempt to save Reach from the Covenant invasion. Obviously, if you've played any of the other games, you know how well that ends. But, I haven't played any of the other games, aside from one mission of Combat Evolved and maybe 3 or 4 missions of Halo 5, except I skipped the cutscenes in Halo 5 because I genuinely didn't care about the story at that point. But now I do, so that's besides the point. So I'm playing this in chronological order, and a lot of people are going to diss me for this, but for the few people watching this, they probably don't know bad shit about Halo, so they probably don't care, so long story short, it's a lot better than that TV show that shall not be named, except we kind of named it several times in this video, because the name of the show is just Halo. But we don't need to talk about that, do we? So, this game accurately showed the absolute horrors of the Human Covenant War, which the show failed to do in any capacity whatsoever. So, Reach was annihilated. I mean, there were buildings collapsing, people dying, including the entirety of Noble Team, except for Jun. Jun survived, apparently. He just kind of disappeared and was never seen again. And then, upon further research, apparently he appeared in comics. So, Jun's not dead, but the rest of Noble Team, very dead. Carter's dead, Kat's dead, George is dead, Emil's dead, and Noble 6 is also dead. And the final mission was the Pillar of Autumn, and Noble 6 had to unleash the Pillar, not unleash, they had to clear a path for the Pillar of Autumn to escape, which leads directly into the first game, which literally begins with good old Master Chimp on the Pillar of Autumn. So, we've got that, and there's a lot of cool gameplay mechanics too. I mean, there's the weird gameplay combat ability things where you can I still hate the fact that sprint has to be a stupid combat ability instead of just being built into the game like any other first-person shooter. But I guess we'll deal with it, I guess. I mean, we could also have jetpacks and other random things, so that's cool. And there were plenty of vehicles. Oh, don't get me started on the vehicles. You could fly the Ghosts, the Revenants, the Scorpion tanks, the Warthogs, the Mongooses. I tried to hijack one of those Covenant tanks, but apparently the only thing I could do when hijacking was plant a bomb on it and then run for my life as I watched it blow up in the background. So you couldn't fly that. And then there was the ship mission. There was the space battle on the ship with the ship. What was the ship called? The Saber ship. That sequence was really cool. The energy swords were there too. Granted, every time I got them, it proceeded to go into a cutscene in a different level, and I never got to use them. Okay, I got to use it once, maybe twice, but my point still stands. And that would run out in 25 seconds anyway. Yeah, hopefully that's better in the later games, but you know, I'm also going to play through all of them and make reviews of all of them, because this is my cleansing journey, where I'm cleaning my mind of the absolute nightmare that was the TV show. And you're going to join me on this journey, so I can save not only my soul, but every other poor innocent soul that's been traumatized by the existence of that show. So, yeah. And at the very end, after the Pillar of Autumn escape, they really were all like, current objective survived. Yeah, apparently the current objective survived memes from this game, and I'm now never going to look at it the same again. And then we just had to fight off Covenant waves, except there was no real point in trying to survive, because it really was just longevity. You were going to die in the end. There was no making it out alive. And that was perfect. And then the very end, on like a restored Reach or something years and years later, with Noble Six's helmet on the ground all shattered, with like the dialogue from, I'm pretty sure that was Dr. Halsey. That, with the score too, the soundtrack was amazing. I mean, Martin O'Donnell and Michael Salvatore or Silvatore, or I probably butchered that name, but their score in this game was bloody fantastic. I mean, all of their scores in all of the Halo games are fantastic, but that was fucking incredible. And, like, perfect in every conceivable way. So, I like how it tried to be unique, but also still maintaining the Halo vibe. Hey, it's just like Rogue One. Hey, a lot of this game is like Rogue One. I mentioned this already. You don't care, because I did already mention this. You know what? I'm just going to stop talking about this, because I've just about lost all of my energy today, and also I'm recording another review for you guys tomorrow on Pixar's latest film, Lightyear, and I've probably got at least one, maybe two more episodes intended for the remainder of this week, but whether or not those happen, it remains to be seen. Anyway, as the boss said last week, goodbye there.